Hey YouTubers, Eastern York's finest, hosted by Mike. What's going on? And yes, my room is in disarray yet again. So I'm just basically gonna go over some encore stuff with you guys. As I'm doing this video right now, I took the whole day off and slept most of the day yesterday. I'm getting older, obviously, and it is not easy to do these storage units by yourself anymore. I'm going to break down a little bit of some things because I've done 2 videos prior to this one. Some other videos I just cut out. I just thought it was too much. But this is going to be a long video, so keep that in mind. So anyway, last week there was a lot of activity, a lot of units. I must have bid on about, I thought 14, but I bid on 22 units. So on Tuesday, I won 1 unit in Garden City, New York. I knew exactly where that was. I know that was Long Island. It's like right under Mineola, but right around New Hyde Park area. I mean, I know that whole area, all that, Hicksville, and all that nonsense. Now, I know it is a nice little distance from New Jersey. But, if if I take Garden State and, I get off exit 156 and take whatever the hell you call that highway to get to the GW, take the GW to the Cross Island, and, boom, boom, boom. And since I'm in a truck, I can't get on the parkways, so I had to take the Long Island Expressway. That got me like maybe, I was in traffic for like, what, maybe 7-8 minutes before I got to the destination. Even the live auctions, I've never been to that specific extra space. At first, the girl was kind of cool. Now I won this unit on Tuesday. Now you're gonna see, I think 1 or 2 videos of the guy opening the unit for me. I don't remember how many of those videos I did, but I think I put it down to 1 or 2. I think 1. I may do another one after this or whatever, just showing you guys or recapping the aftermath of that unit, because I basically filled up a 16-foot truck with that unit, which you always want to do. You want to capitalize as much as you can. But the way they took the pictures of that unit, the way the pictures were was exactly what it was. I can't fault them for that. But when you go in the unit, you could tell that they go through it. Oh, excuse me. So yeah, you can tell they go through the units, and that's the norm. That's the norm everywhere. Every once in a while, you may be lucky enough to get a unit that they didn't get a chance to go through yet, because the facility may have had too many units to go through and take stuff, so they probably got overwhelmed. But they go through these units and take shit. That's without the benefit of the doubt. And some people may say, yeah, well, you feel that way all the time, then you shouldn't bid. Listen, you're going to bid, you're going to take a chance, just like a lot of you guys go out there and spend ridiculous, stupid amounts of money every other day to once a week to God knows how many times a month playing fucking lottery. You guys can pay two people a week with what you guys drop on lottery tickets, so don't judge me. I'm out here just trying to spread the knowledge and let people know, especially for a lot of these newbies that's fucking the game up. A lot of you new people out there are just, you watch Storage Wars, you get excited, you go crazy on these units, you spend too much money, and, I like the fact that you spend a lot of money and you wind up not liking it because, you wind up getting a whole bunch of garbage and you're like, fuck that, I lost a lot of money. I find that almost hilarious due to the fact that you fucking the game up by doing that. But at the same time, a lot of people, when they get a little too greedy with the units, they want to spend too much, and then they lose hundreds of thousands of dollars on units because they just get too carried away, and they want to getting getting burned. And it's everything's a catch-22 in life. You could go outside and not guarantee to come back home. You understand? So but anyway, I'm out here just trying to school people, and I like doing shit real raw, uncut. I don't like doing all the glamour and the behind the scenes and all that, trying to be funny. Nah, I'm a straightforward person. And I like a lot of other people out there who do videos on storage and shit, but I like to tell you guys the truth. I'm not gonna sit there and say, oh well, nah, I don't do that. You know, all these other people, you know, they got their way of doing things and stuff, and I have my way of doing it. A lot of people don't like my videos. A lot of people don't like me because I'm an angry looking black dude who's always seemed to be always on everybody's bad side. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna do my videos and continue being a straightforward person who I am to the day I leave this earth. All I give a fuck is about how people in my life I love, you know what I'm saying, who respect me, and that's all I care about. That and then the people in my home, you know, the people that I come home to and I raised. Other than that, I can care less about what anybody else think. Well, anyway, getting all that Barack, you know, like getting all that nonsense. I'm about to say Barack, getting all that bullshit out the way. Let's move on now. So I brought this unit on Tuesday, and on Tuesday, I was, you know, trying to bid on other units, so I got caught up. And you know, my philosophy is if I don't get a phone call within a day or two, I just automatically assume I didn't win the room unless they call me and tell me that. Because there's been at least, no bullshit, over 20 fucking times. Over 20 fucking times I've purchased units from storage auctions and storage treasures combined. Both of them over the last 5 or 6 years, I've purchased storage units from these fucking from companies dealing with them. And I rented trucks, went to pick up my units, and they told me I was either on my way and or there when they said, oh, I'm sorry, sir, the unit was paid for. And I went off on everybody. You know what I mean? To where some places I was actually banned. Now I'm not, but I was definitely banned for a while from specific locations because of my mouth, and I was ready to get physical with people. That's how I get. You know what I'm saying? Some people may say that's immature. Man, listen, to each his own. You know, people don't understand. It's just like buying a car, whether it's new or used. Soon as you turn that key on a truck and soon as you get out that driveway, you get up the block, bam, you pay for that rental. You know what I'm saying? So now there's been 20 times where I didn't have anything to take. I had to find stuff just to take to the market to get my money back. And this is, of course, in the course of 5 or so years. This is not like back to back, but in a length of time, you know, if you look at the amount of times, that's the amount of times. You know, at least. Probably more than that, but to be honest, I damn sure know it was 20. So I told her that. She called me on Thursday. My wife was on the couch laying down, and I you know, normally when I'm in the house, I always have my phone on speaker anyway because I don't like having my phone to my ear. Just don't like it. There's no need for it. You know, and she's like, oh yeah, this is Asia. I thought her name was Alice. This is Asia from Extra Space in Garden City. And I'm like, oh, okay, what's going on? And I'm like, okay, why is this lady calling me? I could see the Extra Space number, but I couldn't. I'm like, wait a minute, okay, Garden City, because it shows up. And I'm like, I don't remember buying no units here, but whatever. Anyway, so.
Do you have line paper?
Who?
Line paper? For my physics.
Damn, nah, I don't. That's why you should have took that the yellow pads that day. And isn't it?
I don't, like, I can't. Just what?
Yeah, I don't have any ones with lines in it. So, what was I saying? Yeah, so she called me and you know, she was nice on the phone and very understanding. And so I'm like, yeah, all right, so I'll be there. I'll come tomorrow and pick up the unit. I didn't think I won the unit because normally if I don't get a phone call back, I just assume, and I explained to her why, and she understood it. But she was okay with it. Now, mind you, remember I just said she called me and spoke to me on Thursday. Now, I get there on Friday, and of course the video, there's like 2 videos. Well, the second video prior to this one, not the video before this one, but the video before that one. I think it just shows me going into the access area. I mean, going into the designated area and waiting for the guy. You know, as I'm walking in, the guy's coming and he's opening the door, whatever. You guys see a little bit of the room and whatnot. I do have other videos, so maybe after this video, if you guys want, I would show you the aftermath of the other video of the stuff. I mean, after I dumped, to show you guys what I kept on a truck. So if you guys do want to see that, let me know. If not, I'm not gonna post it. I had like 3 other videos too, but it was just too much ranting, and I don't, like it is what it is. So mind you, what I said about Thursday. Now, of course, I get there on Friday. I'm cleaning the unit out. Now, I gave this girl. I went to the storage unit. In my wallet, I had 11 $100 bills. That accumulates to $1,100. And in my front left pocket, I had, because normally I keep my money balled up. That's just something I do. I don't know why. And I had a $20 bill, a $10 bill. I had about 5 singles. And I have like this change purse that I keep all my change in. Actually, my wallet's right. I think it's right here. So I just want to show you guys. And I always have this. So this thing has change in it. So, you know what I'm saying? So I show that to her. So that's what I have on me. Now, I get to the office. Now, I don't know what was in my mind to why I thought I would just turn around and just give her 5 $500 bills. Now, I knew I had to give her 6 because she asked me, was I tax exempt? I am, but I told her no. Because, I just didn't, whatever. So, she said, okay, well, your total is $434.50. So, even though I had that change on me, I just figured if anything, I could just walk outside, walk somewhere and get something and grab something to eat or drink real quick. And I thought I was going to be there, like this happened somewhere like maybe 10 minutes before 10. So I'm like, oh, by 12:30, I should be out of here. I was there for 6 hours and change. I didn't leave out of there until around to just after 3. All because of the way the stuff in the room was. Normally, when a room is real neat and clean, you got boxes, bins, and stuff organized. I could just load. My plan was to load up the truck, sort stuff out later. My plan was to load the truck up and just go straight to the other one downtown Brooklyn, clean that up, and then hop on the Verrazano, go through Staten Island, and then get home. That was my plan. My plan wasn't to go through downtown Brooklyn and do all that jibber jabber. You know what I'm saying? So that was my plan. And because of the way they took the pictures, you've seen the metal thing in the front, the shelving in the front that had the PS4 on the bottom, et cetera, and you can see a little behind it, but because that room didn't have no natural light, and the way the stuff was all disorganized and all disarrayed, you couldn't tell. And they really didn't describe it in the description. They didn't say furniture or anything, but they knew it was furniture and shit, and I'm gonna get to that in a second as well. So outside of all that, I'm gonna put the dirty little secrets of storage facilities and the bullshit they do. Now, remember what I told you earlier about she calling me on Thursday, and I told her I was gonna be there Friday, right? First fucked up red flag. So I get there and everything, and so I hand her the money. Now remember, not only did I say Thursday, money. So I gave her 5 $500 bills. And she said, "Well, it's early in the morning. It's too early, and we don't really have change like that. Do you have change on you?" I said, "Hold on, let me see what I have." I know I had a 10 and a 20, and I didn't realize how many singles I had until after I went in my pocket and cleared my whole pocket out with all my paper money. So it cleared, and I had $1 extra over. So I wound up having $35 on me in change, making my whole total of all paper cash on me being $1,135. And then whatever, and then maybe $4 and change in my little change thing I showed y'all. All right, so she said, "All right, cool." So that extra 100, because remember my bill was $434.50. I initially gave her 5 $500 bills so she could break the change out of that, but she didn't have it, so she still had that extra $100 from the 5 I gave her, even after I gave her the $10 bill, the 20, and the 4 singles. So she was cool with that. So she said, "Okay, I'm gonna hold on to this 100 for the deposit." But as she's saying it, I'm saying it too, like, "Oh, okay, well, yeah, that makes sense," because I had an extra 100 I was gonna give her. Because remember, I thought she was gonna break the change from the 500, from the $500 bills I gave her, and I would still have to turn around and give her the other 100 for the clean out deposit, because the clean out deposit there is $100, meaning that you give them $100 deposit, and after your room is clean and clear, they give you that $100 deposit back. That's a clean out deposit. You know, they do that, you know what I'm saying, to ensure people to clean out their storage unit, but they don't understand. Some people don't give a fuck about that. Some people, if the units are real bad or it's just too overwhelming, they just take what the fuck they want, let you keep the cleaning deposit, and don't care. Not realizing that sometimes, most of the time, facilities will get you banned. So not only do you lose your clean out deposit, but now you get banned from bidding. You know, a lot of places do that. You know what I mean? But anyhow, so, you know what I'm saying? So that was that. So as I'm cleaning out the unit, I'm looking at other units to buy online. My account is suspended with Storage Treasure. I'm like, why the fuck is my account suspended? I'm like, oh my God. I feel like Storage Auctions deja vu all over again. I got fucked because of some stupid bitches over in the St. Albans. Well, not really St. Albans, the South Jamaica Stop and Store over there on Baisley Boulevard. I was gonna say something crazy and fucked up, but I just caught myself. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna be a gentleman about it. But I'm pissed off at the shit they did, what they did, and the fact that I got banned because of their bullshit. But so I'm bugging out. So I call up Storage Treasures. I'm like, hey, why is my account suspended? I'm saying to myself, wait a minute. I know I won 2 units. I know about this one because I'm here now. I'm saying to myself, and I'm like, and I just won the other one Thursday. You know, the day before. I just won that one. And on the way going there, the guy called me, and I told him, I said, yeah, I'm going to pick up the unit today, not realizing that I wasn't going to be able to pick it up because that's how crazy that the unit where I was at was. Now, remember what I told y'all about Thursday, when she called me Thursday, and I told her I was coming Friday to pick up that unit. And keep in mind, don't lose trace in sight with the fact that I told you guys about the money, because all that's going to come up later too. So on top of that, so I'm there. And the lady's like, oh, well, yeah, well, we were informed that they try to reach you, and they called us and told us that they couldn't reach you. So they just decided to suspend my account. Instead of Storage Treasure trying to reach out on me, they just decided, fuck it, we're gonna, you know what I'm saying, we're gonna suspend his account. Like Storage Treasure, Storage Auctions, they're shit. They are no different and no better than eBay. They're fucking malicious. The only difference between them and eBay is quick to side with buyers and quick to fuck over sellers. And Evil Bay been doing that shit for over fucking 12, 13 years now. And you know, storage treasures and storage auctions is the only difference between them is they're quick to defend the sellers and quick to fuck over the buyers. And it just like that, you know, if they fuck up rooms and do wrong shit, oh, we'll call them. We'll call them and talk to them. That's all they ever fucking say. But if you fuck one little thing up, just like that, they'll close your account or suspend you. Like the catch-22s with these horrific companies are fucking deplorable. So anyhow, I was pissed off about that. But as I'm explaining to her, and I'm like, Miss, that's impossible. How come? I said, because I spoke to them yesterday and told them I was coming today to pick up the unit. She said, okay, well, as soon as you get, I said, Miss, I'm here. I'm already like almost halfway through the fucking unit now. What are you talking about? And she said, excuse me? I said, yeah, I'm here now cleaning the fucking unit out. So she said, hold on a second, sir. Let me call them. I said, no. As a matter of fact, hold on a second. As we talking, I'm walking toward the office now. So I walk in the office. This stupid little dingbat bitch, Asia, is sitting there with the little half gay looking black dude that works there, the one that opened the door for me. And she's like sitting there, look, yo, I mean, if looks can kill, I would be in a holding cell right now in Riverhead Correctional Facility right now for fucking murder. You know, because the fantasies I had in my mind of throwing a chair and hitting this and cracking this bitch skull straight open at that moment pissed me off, because there was a lot of good units that I missed out because this dumb dingbat fucking stupid stink pussied hoe just decided to fuck my shit up. Because and the lady told me that they just got this info. So regardless if they just got it today being Friday, Why this bitch didn't call him and say, oh yeah, well, he's here now and cleaning his storage unit out. But check this out. While I'm on the phone with this lady and she's telling me this, I got her on speaker. This dumb bitch, Asia, is sitting there behind the fucking desk talking about, oh no, well, I called them yesterday. So I'm standing there looking at this bitch like, you a real stupid bitch. And I'm just looking at her with this real fucked up look. And to the point where, even when I looked over at the guy, he like kind of like looked away, like you could tell like he was kind of intimidated and uncomfortable. And I went back and looked at her and I said, that don't make no sense. Like, even if you did that yesterday, you called me and spoke to me yesterday, and that's why I'm here today. So I don't understand this. And she just sitting there with a stupid look. And I said, well, because of you now, I lost other fucking units I was bidding on. And I told her just like that. I know she really didn't appreciate that, but I didn't give a fuck what the bitch, or I didn't give a fuck about what she thought and how she thought about it. I said it for what I wanted, what I did, and just to de-escalate the situation, the other heifer on from Storage Treasure, she was like, well, I'm going to take care of that right now. I said, well, it's not like you're doing me no fucking favors by doing that. Of course you're going to take care of it. You have no choice to take care of it because I'm here cleaning the unit out now. So as I'm walking back, she's like, yes, sir, I understand, but you don't have to show hostility toward me. I'm just doing my job. I said, yeah, of course you are, right? And I was pissed off at every fucking body. I lost out on all these rooms because this dumb bitch didn't do her fucking job. Now, mind you, she didn't pay attention to what she was doing. No apology, no sorry, no nothing. So after I clean the unit, I'm there all this time, and now to add insult to injury, I'm cleaning the unit. I mean, don't mind you, they got good shit in the unit. They had like 5 fucking TVs. They had a lot of clothes was dirty and just shit I didn't want. They must have had about fucking 30, close to 30 or more garbage bags full of shit. A lot of boxes that was ransacked and smushed through. They had a lot of paperwork that was, you could tell that between her and all that fucking gay Rilla nigga, they went through that unit. And the amount of good shit they had in that unit versus what else was probably missing is I can't even say the fucking word, but it's big. And you know, you could tell they went through the unit. And I know I say that a lot, but I know. You understand? And it's not me talking and being bitter. It's just, you know, when you have an instinct about something, always go with your fucking first instinct. And when she was in the office, and when she said, all right, well, I'm going to have a guy meet you, just go here and there, and that's it. And I'm like, oh, man, she going to have some motherfucker meet me. So I already have my defenses up. So as soon as I see this nigga, I'm like, yep, he's a fucking criminal. And then when I start seeing the way he walk, I'm like, and he's a gay one. He's some gay-ass motherfucking, you can tell this nigga's a thief. That's the first thing I said to myself as I'm walking with this guy. And I'm just like, so as soon as he opened his shit, he seemed cool, but, you know, you know. And the more people are, the more, like, talkative and friendly they try to be, the more they try, you know, like, that's just guilt because they know they went through the unit and took shit. You know what I'm saying? And I believe he was the one, after they did what they did and ransacked shit, I believe that they the ones that put that big metal thing. It probably didn't even come out the fucking room. They probably had it in another room or somebody gave it to them or whatever, and they just decided to put it in the front there, put a couple things on it for display, and then just have some shit look okay so they can get somebody to buy the unit so they don't have to clean it up. But there was some decent shit in there. So I wound up finding an extra PS4. Both worked. So there was 3 PS4 controllers. There was about maybe 15 or so PS4 games. There was a couple of other games like The Sopranos for the PS2. There was a Game Boy, a red Game Boy SP, not in the best condition. No wires, no nothing. There was 2 Pokemon games. Pokemon Ruby and I guess Pokemon Red for the Game Boy Advance. There was some empty PS Vita cases along with 3 different Nintendo Switch cases as well. No, I'm sorry. One, I don't know, whatever the fuck it was. I'm already confused. And there was a couple of laptops. All the laptops worked. There was 2 laptops in there. There wasn't just one HP. It was another one almost similar with a lot of stickers on it. Unfortunately, that one does take power, but the screen wasn't coming on. So I don't know what that was about. Maybe it had a dead screen, or I don't know. But you know, the one I was actually in the middle of reformatting, and it was taking so long. So my boy Tony, he brought all that stuff. We made a deal on that stuff. So I basically made I just basically made a little over $100 on just that stuff I sold him. You know what I mean? So that was okay. But it still didn't cover the fact that, with the mileage, the gas, and the tolls, what I had to pay for that room, not to mention the money it cost me to dump in Brooklyn. Because, the place I dumped 2 weeks ago in the Bronx, that was bread too. But this one, here, they charge $100, in the Bronx, at that location, they charge $130 per ton. In Queens, they had two places like 5 blocks from each other. One was $160, and the first place I went to was $150. So I had to go back to the first place again, because the other guy waited like 20 minutes, and then when I found out that they charged extra $10, I was like, fuck that. I drove back. I made a U-turn, drove back around, and went back to the other one for $10 difference. And they let me take my time dumping a lot of shit out. And it's a 16-foot truck, and I dumped out about to a little over 65% of the unit. All just like miscellaneous crappy little kid knick-knack toys and a lot of shit that I had no interest taking to the market. And at that point, I knew I wasn't gonna be able to make it to Sunset Park, Brooklyn, to the other location to clean that unit out. And plus, at that point, I was extremely tired because that unit, a lot of bending down, and it took a lot of willpower, work to sit there. Mind you, I didn't eat or put nothing in my body all day because I wanted to see that through and try to make it to the other spot, which I wouldn't have made it. Let alone I damn sure wouldn't have made cleaning out that unit. So everything worked out for the best though in the end. So going back to that, so after I do all that, I had to wait 20 minutes for them. They both just disappeared. So as I'm going back to the office now, the bitch hands me my $100 back. Now don't forget, remember I told you guys I gave her five $500 bills, and then I gave her the $34.50 in change. The only change I had in my pocket that wasn't a $100 bill because she didn't have change for that. Remember I said that. So, and again, I already explained to you the whole Thursday thing because she told Storage Treasure. She told me that she contacted them Thursday. So why the fuck would you contact them the same day you contacted me and tell them that you didn't get in touch with me? All her shit is inconsistent. The bitch smoked a lot of weed or got early dementia or Alzheimer's or something, and she's just a fucking dumb dingbat bitch that don't know how to do her job. I never fucked her. I don't even know her. So I don't know where all of a sudden all this animosity, because her whole attitude changed from the early morning to now. And I just couldn't understand that. And I'm going to get to the point why. So, the point is, as I leave, she gave me, alright, I'm going to show you exactly what I did. Because I still have some of the hundreds here. So this is my wallet, and I had hundreds in here. So when she handed me the money, she handed it to me like this. I didn't say thank you, have a good day, nothing. I was pissed off because I knew they went through the unit, and I was still pissed off at the fact that that unit broke my fucking back. And some of y'all might say, yeah, but that's your fault. No, it's not. Everything has something to do with the description. You have to use your better judgment with the description and with the pictures they provide. But when you know they went through shit, that aggravates and pisses you the fuck off. I think she was pissed off because there was a lot of paperwork. Now, she told me the lady wanted her paperwork. So I made it very distinctively clear. I think they got mad because there was a lot of paperwork, probably with some mixed compressed newspapers and shit too. But hey, it was all paperwork. I was already tired, and the shit was heavy. I think that was the problem. I think they were just mad at the fact that I left a lot of paperwork because you said she wanted the paperwork, so she was getting the fucking paperwork. And I told you where I was gonna leave it. You was fine with it. So when she handed it back to me, I always do this. I always go like this, and I do this. And I was like, all right, cool. Those are my exact words I said to her. I didn't say have a good day or nothing. I said, all right, cool. Because that was the only thing I could say to keep from cursing and or whatever. I'm not going to tell you have a good day, enjoy your weekend. I'm pissed off at the shit you did earlier and your unprofessionalism and your lack, your lack of doing your fucking job. That cost me rooms. So I went like that and I put it right in here. And when I put it in there, I counted the hundreds again, just to make sure I was good. So I came there with 11 $100 bills, and I left with 7 $100 bills. Reason why? 7 plus 4 is 11. There you go. Now I text this bitch this thing because I was on my way because I was looking for food, but I was just so tired. I knew a couple places in Queens I could dump that was still open on Friday. And I'm like, okay, it's already hitting like 3 o'clock, so I'm gonna take local streets from where I was. Being that I was on, like Jericho Turnpike was like right there. I just, made that left onto Jericho Turnpike, followed that through, and then I zigzagged, and I know how to get through Long Island and Queens and shit like that to get to where I need to get to where I didn't have to deal with the Long Island Expressway and all that other craziness. So that's what I did. And I got there around 3:45 or something like that. So at this time, I'm at a light, and I just got a text from her. Now, I'm going to show you guys what her text said. Like, this is crazy. I mean, like I said, it's going to be a long video. I just want to break all this shit down. And I'm real pissed off because it was bullshit. So, January 28th. So, as you see here, maybe you might be able to, I don't know, with the glare and shit, I don't know if it's going to really pick up. But whatever. So here it says, of course, Friday, January 27th. It says, hi, it's Asia with extra space in Garden City. It looks like I gave you back an additional $100 today by mistake. Are you able to return that somehow? My register is now short. We're closing now. Please give me a call tomorrow. Thanks. This is at 6:02 p.m. I think at this time I was already done with everything, and I was already in the city. Yeah, you guys can see that a little bit. That's the number, 516 whatever. I don't care if y'all see that. I don't give a fuck. Stupid bitch. So I replied back. So my reply is at the bottom here in that green bar, that green bubble. And it says, no, you didn't. You just gave me my $100 bill back. That's it. So I text her back at 10:42 because that's when I saw it. Now Saturday comes around. Saturday is the 28th. All right. So it says here, yes. Originally, you only gave me $434.50. That's bullshit. I gave her stink ass $500 fucking bills. I gave her the only 10, 20, and 4 singles I had in my pocket after she told me her stink pussied ass did not have any change to break that other $100 bill. So she kept that other $100 bill as a deposit. Her stink ass forgot that. So it says here, yes, originally you only gave me the $434.50 and not the deposit. Why the fuck would you let me stay there for 6 fucking hours and clean out a unit knowing you gotta take a deposit? First, on Friday, this is going to show how inconsistent this dumb stink bitch is. Because how you going to turn around and say you gave me an extra $100 back, and now on Saturday you're like, oh, by the way, you didn't give me the deposit. Like, you need to make up your fucking mind. So check this out. Yes, you originally only gave me the $434.50 and not the deposit. I had to view the camera to figure out what happened. You paid for the unit, not he deposit. It's supposed to be not the deposit, which is bullshit. I gave her ass everything. She just got caught up or decided she wanted to fucking steal $100 from me, as well as her and that little gay motherfucker taking extra money out, taking shit out the units. So now I know this place is shit. So it says here, I returned that 100, not realizing until after that you did not give a deposit. This stupid bitch. Now it says here, I have video. You handed me 5 $100 bills. See this? Now this is at 10:01 a.m. So this, like, you're telling me here, yes, you originally only gave me $434.50. So now you say that, but then in the other one it said, so in the other text it says, you have the video. I have the video. You handed me 5 $100 bills. I returned 1 bill asking if you had change. No, that's not true. That is not true. If you had any change, you gave me exactly $434.50, not the deposit. I then returned 100 to you that I should not have. Bullshit. Now she texted me again at 10:13 a.m. At this time, I'm at the flea market selling, so I'm not looking at my texts. Because if you don't call me, I don't look at my texts while I'm selling. I'm out there working all day. I am going to have to report this to my boss and storage treasures. So you're basically telling me that you're going to report it to your boss and you're going to report it to storage treasure to try to get me banned because you fucked up, not realizing, yes, I gave your stupid ass 5 $100 bills and then I gave you change. I did give you exact change because you didn't have the change for the other 100. You just totally forgot about the 100. So it says here, so at 5:27 p.m. is when I seen it. At this time, me and Isaiah is already driving back to Jersey. We're already in Jersey. Driving through the detours on 1 and 9 because the 280 was closed down for whatever construction they were doing. So it says here, I put down, listen, I don't play games. I gave you five $500 bills. Well, actually, it's supposed to have to be $100 bills. I guess she understood it, man. Okay. You said you didn't have any change, so I gave you a 20, a 10, and 4. I don't know what that NR stands for. It's a typo. So technically it would be and or $4 bills, 5 singles, and coin change. Okay, I had exactly $1,136. That's what it be. So that's what it's supposed to have been. So 11 $100 bills. So you check your camera again. I don't play with my time and or my money. So again, I gave you 5 $100 bills. This is at 6:01 p.m. on Saturday. Then I wrote here again. You either made a mistake somehow or somewhere, and now you're making threats to report me because you screwed up. I know what I gave you and what you said. You held the extra 100 for the deposit. This is at 6:03 p.m. Somehow, I think her and her little gay buddy stole money, or somehow she gave it to somebody. So whatever the fuck she did and how she did it, she fucked up. You understand what I'm saying? So last night, I actually called the 3rd precinct in New Hyde Park, which is the precinct that patrols and takes care of that area. And I spoke to a real cool white cop who was on the phone, and me and her was talking for like 40 minutes, and she started getting intrigued about storage and shit like that. So we're talking and all that, and I'm like, yeah, yada yada yada. So you know what I'm saying. So she gave me some advice, but there wasn't much they can do because it's just basic he say she say. But I figured I'd get her insight on it. And outside of that, there was nothing to come out of that. So this morning, I called Storage Treasures, let them know what was going on. And they said, well, they don't have to have a reason to ban me. They can ban me. They can't ban me from all storage, extra spaces, but they can ban me from that one. I said, to be honest, I don't care because I'm never going back there again. I already made my mind up that I was not going back there before that whole incident happened, because they are like in your window blunt thieves. So I was already not going to do that. So at that moment, when she did the shit she did, I was like, I'm never going back there again. Because even if I do, they'll find whatever reason or do anything to fuck me over anyway. So I would never go back there. And on top of that, I decided to do a video to let anybody out there who watches this, be fair warned, never ever buy any storage units from Extra Space at 1 Herricks Road in Garden City, New York. That bitch, Asia is a thief and a liar. They're scumbags at that fucking facility. So anyway, so this morning, I did tell the Extra Space corporate lady that what I was gonna do. So she basically got my information and shit. So she said within 24 to 48 hours, I'm gonna get a call back from her DM and whatever. And I'm like, yeah, cool. I want to have a document, and I want to, if anything, I will try to seek legal action behind this, because that's slander. Like, she can get me banned because she screwed up. That's not cool. And the lady she understood. Of course they can't. You know how it is. They can't be passive or passive aggressive. They gotta try to be understanding but diplomatic at the same time, because they work for the company, and of course, companies like police departments. you know, hey, we can't show any weakness and show that we're wrong or weak. You know what I'm saying? That's just the way companies are. You can never really be too apologetic and show flaws. That's just the way these companies are set up. So, you know what I mean? I understood all that, but, you know, I vented out to her, let her know what was going on, because she was still confused. So I had to keep explaining it to her until she got it. Also another fucking dingbat, but, you know, anyway. So that was that. So anyway, after, you know, explaining this for 40 minutes to you people out there, anybody out there who buy storage units, do yourselves a favor, man. Be careful what you buy and where you buy. And if you ever go to the place where you know they stage and fuck up units, always make sure you write down the address and the number of that facility, so that way, and you keep a post-it somewhere, so when the next month come around and you buy again, you can red flag that particular location as a no-no, as a, you know what, even if they got good units next month, do yourselves a favor and just don't go back there again. Especially if you made a ruckus about it the first time. And I think whatever the problem she had, she knew I was mad about the fact that I did tell her that I lost storage units because of you. And I pointed to her and she knew I was mad. And the fact that I left way too many papers. But it was all their important paperwork. And it was probably about a good 60, 70 pounds of it. But you want it, you asked for it, you shall receive it. And they probably got mad because they had to move it. And they wanted to be assholes about it. And I think all of that played up to that particular moment. But anyhow, moving on to Saturday. Well, I already explained that from Saturday. But other than that, I had a really good day Saturday. I really had a decent day. But I think this video is long enough. I'm going to do another video right after this showing you guys the stuff I picked up on Saturday. I just decided to do that because I'm like, you know what, it's already like going on 45 minutes. So this is just gonna be a ranting of extra space. That's why I'll whatever it is, you're gonna see what it is. Because I wanted to show you guys the stuff I picked up on Saturday, but that's gonna be in a separate video. So that way people don't have to sit there and be bored going through this video to wait for that. So I'm just gonna leave it as that, man. So thanks for watching, and the other video is gonna be right after this one, just in case somebody want to play a hate and be like, damn, bro, why you got the same shirt on? Now you know why, because I'm doing video back to back. All right, so stay tuned. Peace.